Hello, this is kwardart, and I don't want to do the things that I have to do, so I'm going to procrastinate, and I'm going to procrastinate by ripping off Jaden Animations. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate two random Pokemon, and then I'm going to try and draw them with a fusion, so they're going to be fused random Pokemon. And I don't know if I'm going to talk through the process yet. I haven't decided. I should decide soon because I'm already recording, but hey, I'm just trying to procrastinate, so whatever. So, I'm going to generate two, and I'm going to go for just Johto region, because I really like Johto. Pokemon Silver is my favy. Okay. Ooh. Got Beedrill and Hitmonlee. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Magic of editing, and now we're in Photoshop. So I've got my references here. It's Hitmonlee. That one's Beedrill, in case you didn't know, but I don't know why you wouldn't know. Well, I don't know. Not everybody's that into Pokemon. I'm really into Pokemon, so yeah. So let's start off. I kind of want to do Hitmonlee's body. He has a weird, like, I don't know what to describe this body as. It's kind of like a bean body. I don't know, because, like, he's got the eyes that are just staring into your soul with, like, deep globs of mascara. And then no mouth or nose, which always confused me as a kid, because, like, it would still say its name in the anime. I don't know why it's like that. Like, if you want to design something without a mouth, like, yeah, do that. It's your design, but, like, don't have it speak, or, like, give a reason to have it speak. Like, make it fighting psychic, and then I can understand why it's able to say its name. It's not actually saying its name, it's just thinking it, and I can hear it in my mind. You know, the more I think about it, the more, like, the idea of Hitmonlee being able to transmit its own thoughts into my mind is kind of terrifying. I know that's ridiculous, but, like, look at him. He looks like I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions. I already am, but, you know, whatever. Oh, God. So, I'm pretty much redrawing the pose from the reference images, because I really like this pose, and I think it's going to fit well with the Beedrill aspect. So I'm just filling out the body. And I personally have, like, kind of a sketchy style. I like doing sketches before I get into my final drawing, so I don't know if I'm going to keep, like, just the sketch, or if I'm going to go back and, like, fix it or not. I don't know. So like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm mostly doing this to procrastinate, and, like, I've got so much other stuff I need to be doing right now, and, like, nah, I'm gonna fuse some Pokemon. So my initial plan was only to do one, and then, like, maybe just post the entire video, but I might do a few more depending on how long this takes me, just because I really don't want to work on the stuff I have to work on, because it's one of those things that, like, thinking about all of the stuff that I have to do stresses me out to the point that, like, I can't make good product. Like, okay, so essentially what's happening is my job is ending, and I'm looking into master's programs. So I'm trying to, like, decide if I want to go into illustration or animation. But either one, I need to make, like, a really awesome portfolio, and it's honestly stressing me out so much that, like, all of the stuff that I've made, I don't like at all. Like, I don't like anything about the stuff that I've made. And so I just need an outlet that doesn't have to do with the things that I'm stressed about, you know? Yeah, so I'm just ranting at this point, but, like, God. I think I'm gonna go for... I kinda wanted to go for Beedrill's eyes, but I think they look weird on this body. What do I want to do? I might do Beedrill's eyes and then have the mascara is still smeared underneath. I think that'd be cool. Yeah. Oh, and like I mentioned before, I am ripping this off from Jaded Animations. I think this is like the third time I've mentioned I'm ripping this off, but if you're not subscribed to Jaded Animations, like seriously go subscribe. She has just like the raddest stuff. I absolutely love her animations, I love her drawing, and she recently did a crossover with Drawfee, which was just my dream crossover. Again, Drawfee is another channel, go subscribe to them. If you like anything that I do on my channel, you will love their channels. One thing about Drawfee, though, is that they are more adult-oriented, I'd say. They definitely have some more adult-like themes. So, to my younger viewers, and yes, Joe, I'm talking to you, you can go subscribe to Jaded Animations. Don't subscribe to Drawfee, at least not yet. Give that a couple years. I mean it, Joe. I mean it. This looks so bad so far. Ugh, and I love it. Oh, look at my bad boy. He's so bad. I'm gonna leave off drawing the shine and stuff until I decide if I wanna, like, actually make this a finished drawing or not. Let me get that down here. And then bring that up like that. Yeah, give him those insecty arms. And then you can't have a crossover with Beedrill in it without the giant drills. I feel like that's just a rule. I don't know, because it's just such an iconic part of Beedrill. I have actually found a new love of Beedrill, to be perfectly honest, because, like, honestly, I was inspired by Aaron from the Game Grumps when he had a Beedrill defeat the Elite Four. So I decided to try Beedrill, and it's a really strong Pokemon. Like, I didn't realize, because I guess, like, for me at least, bug Pokemon have just kind of this reputation as being, like, not the best, because you evolve them pretty quickly, which is odd. And so it feels like they get to their final evolution, like, around, I don't know, stage, like, level 15 or something like that. So just, I don't know. It just feels like they're at their max power way too soon. But honestly, if you take it up, if you take a bug Pokemon pretty far, it's actually pretty decent. Especially with, like, Pin Missile and stuff like that. I'm such a nerd. Like, I'm just listening to myself talk about Pokemon like this. Like, why do I know these things? Like, I could learn like 3 different languages with all of the Pokemon knowledge that I have. Like, if I got rid of that and just opened up my gray matter for more space, for more memory for things, I totally could. I think I'm actually gonna, like, I kinda like it like that. Alright, I'm gonna keep it like that. And some stripies. A little bigger. Yeah. Now, I mentioned this briefly before, but, like, you'll notice, like, I have a very sketchy style, and, like, that's because, like, this is gonna sound terrible, but I'm, like, classically trained, but, like, it's because my drawing skill all came from learning how to draw on pen and paper with, like, art teachers and stuff, so, like, I'm used to sketching something out before I have, like, a final inked drawing, so, like, I have a very rough planning stage, and then I like to smooth it out later, which, if you watched any of my speed paintings, go watch some other speed paintings of mine, subscribe to, oh, sorry. Anyways, if you watch, like, my speed paintings, I'll usually have a sketch up before I start doing the actual finished lines, and it just feels better for me. Like, that's not how everybody functions, and, like, no, you do whatever you want for your art, but, like, I like this stage. I like figuring out, like, okay, maybe I don't like how deep this lines are, so I can always go back and add more instead of having to erase. I can just kind of draw it on. That's just where I'm at least. Oh my god, this looks so bad, and I love it. Ugh, I love how bad this is. It's just, It's so awful. Look at my dumb boy. Ugh. Oh my god, I should totally turn this into Beedrill's head. I kind of want to, but I'm gonna skip it. Yeah, I kind of like it a little thinner. Just so it matches Beedrill's, like, body a little more. Like, the way that it kind of, like, comes in here. See how it's got kind of, like, that movement in there? I think that'll look better for the rump, and that means I can bring up that. No, I'm gonna undo that real quick. Yeah, okay. That's the power of Photoshop, kids. Undo button is the greatest button that was ever developed. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise, because I don't just use it in Photoshop. I use it in so many other programs. Like, whoever came up with the undo command is just a friggin' genius, in my opinion. Beedrill's wings kind of come out in the middle of his back, but because this guy doesn't have a head, I'm gonna put it just at the top of his, just like coming out of that head right there. Kind of a rounded feel to it. Huh. You know, I never noticed the design on Beedrill's wing. That's really weird. Like, it kind of looks almost like a computer graphic. That's pretty interesting. Because I never noticed that before, because I didn't use Beedrill all that much. Oh, that's fair. Oh, and one thing that I'm probably going to go on a rant at, or make into its own animatic video, is that, like, I hear a lot of people, like, asking, like, they want a Skyrim version of Pokemon, and, like, that sounds cool, and, like, I totally play it if they, like, went in that direction, but, like, think about that for a second. Like, for example, the boy Beedrill is 3 feet tall. Like, that's the size of a small child, and it's a wasp Pokemon. Like, that's just terrifying. I would not want to experience that. Oh god, imagine that in VR. I don't like the thought of that at all. Oh, that's terrifying. Ooh. I just stopped for a second to look at the thing that I've made. Oh, I love it. It makes me happy, which at the end of the day is all you really need. Like, making art for other people is great, and like influencing people to make art is fantastic, but at the end of the day, if you can make yourself smile, that's the best gift you got, honestly. Because not everybody's gonna like what you make, but, like, if you enjoy it, man, you're doing something right. Oh, I'm glad I ended the antennae look good. Oh, yeah. It's got me like, do I want to add the shine? I'm gonna add a little bit of the shine in. Oh, man. Okay, let's take a look at my boy. Get rid of my reference images. These. There he is. There's da boy. Oh, I kind of love it where it's at now, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna keep it like this. Yeah, okay. So, do I want to do another one? I don't know. Alright, whatever. We're doing another one. Okay, so I've got 2 Pokemon. Do I want to do Johto again? Or do I want to do Kanto? Or Hoenn? Ooh, I like Hoenn. I'm gonna stick with Johto for now. And if you guys like the series, I might do like a full team or something like that. So, okay, let's do it. Generate. Steelix and Drowsy. I have no ideas, just immediately starting. There's nothing. I'll figure it out, but, like, what am I gonna do? Okay, whatever. And with the magic of editing, we're gonna go back to Photoshop in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! And we're in Photoshop with references. It's magic. Okay, so looking up references, I kind of got sort of an idea for what I want to do with this. Maybe. So I'm going to start off with Drowsy's body. I'm going to start by making sure my background's actually on there. That's a good idea. God. Drowsy was always like super weird to me, but it's become weird to me, like, cause when I played Pokemon Red, like when that first came out, and like finding a Drowsy in whatever area that was in, like that was the coolest thing you could do, cause like Drowsies were hard to come by, and because Psychic was so OP in the original series, like just having a Psychic Pokemon on your team was the best. And like Abra too, oh, Abra was amazing. Fun story about Abra is, I think it was, what Pokemon was it? It was one of the earlier Pokemons where Psychic type was still super, super, super OP. It didn't have anything that could really beat it for a while. And I remember, like, I kept pestering my older brother to get me an Abra. Like, I wanted an Abra. I could never get it. And so I had seen one for about 2 seconds, because, you know, they like to teleport away, in this one grassy area. And I'd been walking around that grassy area for, like, hours trying to get an Abra. And so I finally gave up and gave my Game Boy to my brother and just said, please, just catch me an Abra. I really want an Abra. So he walked over to the next town, got some more Pokeballs, and then immediately caught it. Like, that was the first encounter once my brother got the Game Boy, and it's still magic to me. Like, that moment still feels like, how in the world did you do that? You're just, my brother's amazing. He's just an amazing guy. He's so awesome. He's never gonna watch this, so I can compliment him as much as I want, and it's never gonna be an issue, and he's never gonna tank the mickey out of me for calling him awesome. I just respect him so much, you know? Like, there's still, like, some of that sibling rivalry stuff. Well, actually, to be honest, with us, like, it never really was that. Like, my brother and I were always given, like, our own space, so we could always, like, have our own toys, have our own friends, all that fun stuff. And our parents made sure that, like, our friends were welcome, regardless of how bad of influences they were, to be perfectly honest. But it's just, my brother has always looked after me my entire life, and it means so much to me, because I've always looked up to my brother as long as I can remember. He's always been someone I've admired, and he continues to be that. He's just awesome. I really hope he doesn't watch this, because, like, he's mature enough that I don't think he'll, like, bug me too much about saying how much I love him, but, you know, he's still my older brother, so he's still an idiot. He's still my favorite idiot, you know? Anyway. God. I honestly can't believe I've been playing Pokemon for my entire life, really. It's just such a big influence. Yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon's good. Go play Pokemon. Do your homework first and then go play Pokemon. Or if you're an adult, just play Pokemon. Don't play it at work, though. People tend to get angry when you do that. Drowsy is so... It's a really interesting design. And I mean that in a very odd way, because it's like... It's a very doughy design, it's very round, but it does still have that tapier feel. Like, if you don't know, Drowsy is based off of tapirs. And they have a very, they do feel like really mellow creatures. Like, a lot of people don't pay much attention to tapirs. They're super chill, man. They're chill horses. They're like relaxed zebras, is the best way I could describe it, I suppose. I am just drawing Drowsy now. Like, I've only just drawn Drowsy. I need to add some of the Steelix vibe to it. And I kind of want to get the Drowsy part down before I get into what I want the Steelix bits to be. I don't know, you'll see that in a second. But, like, I kind of want, like, some of the rocks ingratiated into his face. Oh, try that. I've never actually used Steelix. I remember catching one once, and it being really powerful, and I had it on my team for, like, 2 routes, but then, I don't know, Steelix is one of those Pokemon that it's really strong against what it's really strong against, but then if you try to fight anything else, like any other Pokemon that aren't weak to its moves, you're not going to get anywhere. It's going to be KO'd almost immediately. And I don't know if that's like a defense thing, because it always felt like Steelixes are really hard to take down, but their weaknesses are many, and that might just be like who I was battling at the time, maybe? I don't know. Undo button, saving lives since, I don't know, I'm gonna guess 1990s? I have no idea though. I have mad respect for designers of Pokemon. I really do. Like, being able to take Pokemon, or being able to take, like, real-world objects and creatures and change them into adorable fighting monsters is just, it's a skill in its own right. It really is. And, like, I know a lot of people give Pokemon a lot of bag for, like, making, like, a vanilla ice cream Pokemon, or a garbage Pokemon, which, I will admit, the evolution of, I think it's Trubbish? I think it's Trubbish. The evolution of Trubbish, Garbodor, I think that's its name, it's awful. Like, I don't like that at all. However, Trubbish himself is kind of adorable. It's just a little trash bag man. It's so cute. It's just Trubbish. I don't know how they would change it to make it cuter as its evolution, but I think they could. I think they could change it to be adorable. It's always interesting to me to see, like, which Pokemon have evolutions and which ones don't. Like, why doesn't Dunsparce have an evolution yet? Dunsparce needs an evolution. I honestly would really, really love it if they gave Dunsparce, like, a Mega Evolution. Like, forego evolving at all and just have it become just a super awesome thing with a Mega Stone. I think that would be fantastic. Because Dunsparce, again, it's honestly like a Drowsy type Pokemon, where it's an odd design, but they're super powerful. Like, Dunsparce has Rollout at, like, level 10. What? Rollout is just the most annoying move if you don't have it on your team, or if you are trying to fight against it, but man, it's nice to have. But still, it's just super bizarre that, like, this little adorable, I don't know what it is, it kind of looks like a bee without any legs, just chilling on the ground. I don't know, that's the sense that I got from it, at the very least. Dunsparce. I like how the face turned out so far. I can always ruin it, though, because I'm me. So I didn't like having the horn things on there, but I'm gonna add a bit more of that brow. Yeah. I feel a little more intimidating. Yeah. I kind of want to add some back spikes to this guy. Having some of those, like, rounded rock formations. Ooh, yeah. Good decision, me. Thank you, me. You're welcome, me. Ah, man. I need to, like, be more social. I gotta stop talking to myself. Although, I guess that just makes me perfect for YouTube drawing shenanigans. It's just talking to myself. I think that's it. Like, this one was, like, pretty quick. Oh no, oh man, it's almost been as long as the first one. Alright, never mind. Okay. So, yeah, that's Dunsparce, not Dunsparce, Drowsy and Steelix mixed together. So yeah, that was Pokemon Fusion. Again, this was ripped off from Jaden Animations. Go subscribe to her channel. She has some rad stuff. Also, if you're in the mood, go subscribe to Drawfee channel. Unless you're Joe. Joe, don't subscribe to Drawfee. You gotta wait a few years on that one, bud. But, yeah. If you like this video, please let me know. Give it a like, give it a comment. If you feel like it, please subscribe too. I'm almost to 25, and I would absolutely love to have 25 subscribers. And I'm planning on doing something really, really stupid for the 25 subscriber mark. So if you want to see that, please drop a subscribe. Alright. See you next time.